I still get a dot. So, okay, that's a little bit better. I go from 1 to 2. I don't know if this will work right. I said I gotta figure this out. I don't know. I'm trying to find settings. I can't find it. So we'll see if this shows up. I don't know. No, 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 no. Don't take that Wi-Fi. No. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna shut this off and see if anybody shows up again. I think next time I'll just have the kids bring a book. God forbid I go live on my. I guess I could go live on my phone. I like StreamYard though. My internet sucks so bad. Anyone want to donate $600 so I can get Starlink? I only get 20 megs of RAM out here. That's all megs of RAM. Oh, good God. 20 gig bitrate, whatever it's called. Definitely not megs of RAM. Give me a second. I'm going to see if I can go unplug a couple of other things. Be right back. That's a truck next door. Okay, great. It still says I have 1 bar. I shut off the switch. I shut off. Is it because I'm in here? I'm trying my best to get this blasted thing to work. And it's just not wanting to. It shows up for a bit. I hate my internet. Well, I tried. I'll do this tomorrow. My internet sucks this bad. I gotta get my phone. Hi. Type in how it's working. I'm on house. What? They left. I'm struggling over here, guys. Because I have one bleeping bar. Is it that bad? Shit. Hold on. My phone, see how bad it was. Cat. Cat. Kind of smooth. Kind of smooth. I give up, guys. It's just not. I give up, guys. It's just not. I give up, guys. Hold on. Okay. Somebody tell me how it sounds if anybody comes in. I look like it's smooth. I can't tell. I put it up here. It's kind of defeating. Oh, no. And there goes my cat. I'll definitely try this against tomorrow. There's just not enough internet to do this with kids. Just bites. This seems weird because I lean my head on my microphone and it's to the left this way. I lean my head and on the live it looks the other direction. I don't know if anyone's going to be here. I got to shut that door. So, okay. Oh, okay. This. All right. Is my chat working? I know this is so fucked up beyond. This is foobarred. I have a feeling somebody let me know how this is going. This is a disaster. So, is a disaster. Now I'll see if I can get high. Somebody give me a 5x5. If it's coming in. Am I frozen? I'm practicing because I got the daycare kids. So I've got the TV Roku running. And that's the only thing with Wi-Fi other than this. That's how bad my Wi-Fi sucks. And it's not the fact that it's the company. It's the fact that the landowners that the cable runs on for CenturyLink They don't want them digging up in their yard to add more cable to give us better internet. And because I live out in the Tules, I live on a side street. It's not really a cul-de-sac. It's just like a letter T. They didn't come down our street because we don't have any telephone poles for a nice wired internet service. So it is really weird looking at me in two different screens. I just hope I can at least keep one bar. Somebody tell me if you can hear me. Because if I turn up mine, it just echoes and loops and it just sounds horrid. So, yeah, I gotta figure out a way. I may go live. Well, I'll definitely go live tomorrow when I don't have the kids. And same bat time, same bat channel. So it'll be a little smoother. But, yeah. And then, I mean, I can go live from my phone. But I took all the time to get all this stuff figured out here. I like StreamYard. I don't mind it at all. But I'm just bummed. This sucks. But I know. Because I think if I went live on my phone through my internet, can you get a sideways? You know, the sideways, the horizontal versus the vertical on a phone? I don't know. I might just do a fast live once this is done, just out of curiosity, just to see. Because, yeah, so I don't know who's watching me have my own little disaster breakdown. But if anybody's out there in a prayer mood, positive thought mood, um, universal energies mood, I have not got a response back for my head ultrasound. I haven't heard good, bad. I'm thinking I haven't heard anything, so I'm thinking good. I don't know. It's so weird because of the delay. I move my hand here, and it takes 6 minutes for me to see it on my or a couple of minutes before I see it on my phone. So, yeah. Anybody think exciting going on? I know Carol's needing a meeting is going on, so there probably won't be very many people here. I guess I could have done no. By the time my hiney gets ready, and after I'm done exercising, shower, feeding the daycare kids, putting my makeup on. It's about this time, whether they're here or not, that I go live. I mean, I really don't have anything to talk about. I just kind of a test run, see how this goes. So, yeah. We made it through Monday. Monday was a bank holiday. Us older folks would remember we would have 2 days off. We had President's Day, not President's Day. We had Lincoln's birthday, Washington's birthday. How do I get this thing of hide that? There we go. Yeah, Lincoln's birthday and Washington's birthday. We'd have those 2 holidays off from school. And now they just cut it short and the kids get 1 day off. I think that started when I was in high school. Oh, back in the 80s. It's odd to think. Those were the good old days. The 80s. Yeah. I saw a meme the other day of what we think a 50-year-old pickup looks like. It looked like a 55 with the two little side windows. And what we think is a 50-year-old truck and what is a 50-year-old truck from the 70s. It's like, oh, yeah, world. Yeah, I'm back in this room for now. I've got the playpen Anybody out there has toddlers? Any ideas for a collapsible toddler bed? I'm thinking of a cot. They got a couple of nice camping cots that are kind of wide. Uh, but they're only like yay high off the ground. So I can put her in it, and if she rolls off to the floor, it's no big deal. But yeah. So yeah, I know. I keep looking over to the side. I'm looking over the side because I want to know. I want to know how the stream is going. Yeah, if it doesn't. Oh God, I know. I got to figure out something for this summer. I mean, I definitely can go live when I go out hiking, but it'll be on my phone. I've just got to figure it out. I've had, let's see, last week I had the daycare kids. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Had to go shopping Friday because I had the baby Saturday night. And then when I thought I was going to be able to get a little extra sleep Monday because I didn't have the daycare kids because it was holiday, I get a text at 4 o'clock in the morning going, "Can you come get Kira? Daycare's closed." I said, "Yeah, I'll be there at 8:30. My son works graveyard." So I still have a disaster in the living room. Man, I got the daycare kids here too, so I value my peace and quiet. I like it. People are like, "Well, it's an empty nest. The house is so quiet." You want to fix that? Get cats. Your house will not be as quiet as it was. We play the in and out game because the Nebelong likes to go in and out. She likes to go, she'll go outside for about 5 minutes, and then she'll paw on the door to come back in, the doorknob. She knows it's the doorknob that lets her in. And then she'll go out another 10, 15 minutes later, thinking the weather has changed, only to be disappointed and come right back in. Yeah, it's so weird. I look here on this one, I look on my computer. Okay, let's get this. On the computer, I look pale. But on my iPhone, I look darker. I don't know what my setting is on my iPhone, and I don't dare move it because then I'll knock it over, and God knows what's going to happen to the keys and all that other fun stuff. But yeah. So we had the 2-year-old. She's talking more and more. Oh, no, wait. No, she's 3. Oh, good Lord. She's 3 now. We're working on potty training. I got her training pants. They still make the old training pants like they did. The stuff we had when we were kids that were just a little bit thicker than skivvies. Yeah. And good God, they're expensive. Just for 6, they're like $15. And that's at Wally World. And she's got a little pink stool with a little pink toilet. Yeah. She brought me invisible cupcakes Saturday. And then she brought me invisible sprinkles for the cupcakes. So when we went to Walmart yesterday after I picked her up because I was out of chicken nuggets, and she wanted chicken nugget sundae, and I didn't have any because the daycare kids don't like chicken nuggets anymore. They don't even like cereal. And oh, speaking of cereal, if you're oatmeal person, look into this articles they've been having lately on chemicals, unwanted chemicals in your oatmeal, like your Quaker Oats, your Cheerios. I have a whole box of Cheerios that I'm just gonna chuck out the door because the kids ain't eating them, and I ain't gonna eat it. So I don't. Will birds eat Cheerios? Maybe I can take the kids to the one of the city parks in Yakima and feed the birds with them. I don't know. But yeah, so if you do eat anything with oatmeal, look into it. Oddly enough, I do like the color I get on my MacBook, but compared to the other one, maybe it's, yeah. Give me a second. Let me just see if I have, nope, lights all the way up. Is it a setting? True tones on. No, not night shift. No, that's really yellow. If I turn true tone off, what color am I? I'm a little closer. I'm definitely not fully white. I'm this is what happens when Europeans and Native American gets together. Have the big old Scandinavian forehead. So, oh, I have the blanket underneath me. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to get comfortable. This is just, it's almost defeating, but not really. I shouldn't let it defeat me. So that's why I'm still got my pompous butt sitting in this chair 20 minutes later. I just don't know exactly who I'm talking to, but y'all come in and out. I mean, feel free to say hi. And then what's that old YouTube rigmarole? Click the like button, smash the subscribe button. It usually won't be this bad. I'll get it figured out. I will eventually get it figured out. I'm too stubborn. I'm Norwegian. I'm stubborn as all get up. Duh. Yeah, I went and saw the elk. I wish I could figure out how to put pictures up here, and I'd show you the pictures of the elk. They're kind of neat. I'm going to have to do a live show on private just so I can figure out, because I can't figure out OBS, whatever it is. I can't figure it out here on the MacBook. And I have a Windows 10 laptop workstation thing that's like this thick and weighs about 5 pounds at least. Could slap a camera on it, but I don't know. I'm new at this. I just want to I would love to just get monetized just for the tiniest amount. So I can check that off and say, your grandma, tell my granddaughter, back in the day, your grandma was monetized on YouTube. I mean, my videos don't make them long enough to, really be adding a whole bunch of hours. So, yeah. Isn't this exciting? I didn't write anything down. I didn't plan anything. I was just like, this is an experiment. Let's see what we can do. How does it work? So, I keep going from no little, the little Wi-Fi doodad, and it suggests I plug it in. Well, if I plug it into my router, I'm going to need it. Well, first thing I'm going to need is, hi, Kelly. Yes, you did make it to this disaster I've got going on. I'm using house Wi-Fi while the kids are watching Laser Beam in the living room. So that's using that god-awful Wi-Fi I have. So hopefully this is coming through. I don't know. Yeah, see, I'm trying to figure out how to do this because summertime, when I have them all day long. I mean, I'm going to go live again tomorrow when it's when I don't have any kids, and then I can have everything off Wi-Fi wise and just it'll run smoother. And I'll probably be back in my dining room instead of my disaster. I've got the playpen here, still got to take that down. I've put on too many books onto my bookcase So the shelves fell over. So I got to take all those out and see if I didn't break them or whatnots. I gonna next Friday. What do you call it? Payday. I'm gonna order a smaller bookcase and just take the shelving right out of it and not even set it up. I'm just gonna take the shelves, add more to it, so that I can add more books. Oh, I know I love books. I just ordered one, because it's called Inside the CIA. And I saw it on the Y-Files a couple of episodes ago. And I'm like going, I've seen this book, but I can't remember if it was at my dad's house or at my in-laws' house. I don't remember where. Hubby's the same way. He knows this book. He recognized it first. So, I just love it. So I went on eBay and bought it. Yeah, the old one, not the revised one. And then I got, what am I listening to out there? They're quiet. Maybe that's the fact that I'm not hearing much. It's a brother and sister, 12 and 8. Yeah, they still argue and fight. Oh, I do too. I want another one, but they're out of stock right now. I want one to keep and put away, and then one for the grandkid to play with. Yeah. It disturbs a lot of people when Hecklefish's teeth. That bothers a lot of people when his teeth are, because fish don't really have teeth unless you're a parrotfish, and that's not really teeth. Oh, and then the other two books I just got in were October Surprise, which is, I think, a book from the 70s. And then another book, a satirical book on the possibility of peace. I can't remember what it's called. But they were both books that Bill Cooper had talked about. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, Hecklefish. I love it. His bowl is part water, part vodka. I don't know if you know who Bill Cooper is. He wrote the old book, Behold a Pale Horse. He basically predicted 9/11, and now he's no more. So, and I just heard a creak outside my door, but that is not from the children. Okay, it is from the kids. First, I thought it was for my 17-pound tortie. Someone has to go to the bathroom. And I can usually tell if I'm in the bathroom if she's sitting outside the bathroom door waiting for me, because I can hear her walk up. She's that fat. She makes the old ground squeak. Because this is the old wood floors from 1936. So they still creak. It's kind of nice because you know if somebody's home. Or if you're sitting in the living room and you can look right into the bathroom, you can hear the floor creak and nobody's in there. Yeah. Last week, I'm in the living room. I'm in the kitchen. Keith's in the bathroom. And someone called my name. I go and ask, did you call me? Did you need anything? No. I'm like, oh, we're going to do this again. Oh, I know. I love it. It's Laughing Plaster. It's kind of drafty. It's not too bad. But it's quiet. And I got a fruit warehouse next door. It's really quiet. It's got the old, instead of the post and lintel, it's got the archways you go through. Living room's huge. Dining room's good size. Kitchen's too bleeping small. It's my kitchen's like 6 steps long and 3 steps wide. Not a whole lot of counter space. But the cupboards are the cupboard above the sink, I can't even reach to open. I'm that short. I get out the old barbecue spatula with the long handle, then have to open it that way, step back, look in there and decide, yeah, I want, oh, the light bulbs are up there. Okay, get the step stool. Yeah. No, especially, what do you call it? City houses. The old farmhouses tend to have a bigger kitchen, but city houses, and it had a door on it at one time. If you remember the old I Love Lucy in the black and white, where they exited the kitchen with that swinging door, that's what this had at one time. And someone was getting rid of their doors. I'm pretty sure it was the right size because it was all glass. It's like 1, 2. It was like 8 or 10 glass panes on it, and I was like, I almost wanted to go up and ask them if I could buy it because they were throwing it away. And then I thought, no, not with 2 boys and that being a glass door. Yeah. Yeah, they would have went through it. I mean, I came in one time from work and each had a boxing glove. One's right-handed, one's left-handed. They were going at it in the dining room. And I'm like, no, get outside. Out. Out. I don't care if you do this outside. That's fine. But hi, Noise. How you doing, Nick? It's good to see you. So, yeah, but this house is nice and quiet, and I like it. I'll use ethanol fireplace, which is kind of cool. They burn fuel, and it's not smoke. It gives off water. So, and it heats up in here pretty quick. I burn them for a while, and then I turn on the oil heaters because, oh yeah, I bet. And that's about the point that glass starts to flow. I'm a cheapskate. Why heat upstairs, downstairs for 2 people? I just heat the room I'm in. Yeah, my front window is the original glass window, and it's got the old individual panes. There's 1, 2, 3. I think there's 12. I mean, if I didn't put plastic on the front of it from the outside, it'd be the kind you'd see in the old postcards where the snow would settle up in the corner. But I put plastic on it because they're drafty and they're cold. I put plastic inside and out. Kind of helps because I've had the birds run into the window before. And yeah, having to buy one piece of glass, recalk it all over again, fit it in there. Oh yeah. Sometimes I get it too warm. And I'm sitting there opening the front door. I'll tell the daycare kids when they leave the door open and run outside, it's like, I'm not paying to heat the outside. Or the same thing. Oh, wow, that's cool. This house here used to be in Yakima. And they moved it out here to tie it in the middle of nowhere. When they expanded the elementary school. So us and the next door, it's basically the same. It looks like the same setup. So I'm curious. I mean, you got your front door. It's really weird. You got your window, your door, and then a piece that sets out, and that's bedroom. That's our room. And the neighbors are set up the same way. It looks like houses look exactly like from the front. Except I noticed the other day after 15 years here that the house next door doesn't have a bathroom window. So I'm wondering if there's just no window in the bathroom or they don't have a bathroom where ours is. I don't know. But yeah, you'd think after 15 years you'd notice it. You look out the window and it just dawned on me, hey, there's no bathroom window. But yeah, their front window is replaced. It's solid glass. It's not all those little tiny little squares that I look after. But I can't hang much on my walls because of it being lath and plaster. So I use a lot of command hooks. My kitchen, that's the last room I haven't painted since we moved in. I haven't done anything because it's the house is still lead paint. There's lead paint underneath the rest of the paint. But the idea of having to disrupt my whole kitchen so I can repaint it. I know there's a couple parts I have to stand down around the door, and I'm like going, great, I don't want to breathe that because it's starting to 80-year-old paint is so thick that's starting to chip. And it's got the 1980s. Remember the wallpaper strip that goes up right up by the ceiling? It's got that in there too. So it's like, that's kind of cute. It needs to be repainted. Yeah. I had well, this ought to be funny. So the outlets are in the wall, and they had changed out. They updated the outlets. Well, they were kind of coming loose, like one of the kids would step on a cord, the outlet would start to pull away from the wall, out of the wall. So I was like, I found this plaster repair stuff. Oh, well, I'll just fix it. I'll just go home and do this. I'm like, all right, take the cover off the outlet. Okay, I know not to touch the two holes. Don't touch those. Okay, well, this is easy. Let's just grab this from the middle. That's not a good idea. I shocked the ever-living shit out of myself. My son's down in the basement yelling, Mom, should I turn the power off? Too late. I'd already shocked myself, so I knew not what to touch. So I just slathered in the old plaster and just shoved it in and just let it sit in there. But yeah, I didn't even think about it. How it's connected when the little screws you put the two wires to. I didn't even think about it. I was like, okay, can't touch the holes because we had a client when I was working at Yakima Valley School. She liked to stick her tongue into the outlets. She liked that shock, so we'd have to keep her away from it. So my brain was like, okay, don't go near those two things. You'll be fine. Just grab the outside. No. It's about I sat and watched. Well, we both sat and stood and watched our oldest. He had to have been 16 at the time. He's 30. Oh, good Lord. I think he's gonna be 36. He's born 88. There was a penny in the cigarette lighter, and he wanted to get it out so he could use the cigarette lighter. We watched him from the front window. He took my metal tweezers, and it took him about 3 shocks to realize I need to undo the battery. It was, he wanted to do it himself, so we just watched him. I knew it really wasn't going to hurt him too much, but his hand moved really quick every time he got shocked. But he got it out. He wanted to use the cigarette lighter. Oh yeah, this is why I get a kick out of watching Tommy and Johnny, because they're like the older version of my two boys. There's about the same age difference, so I'm just like going, Yeah, that's the future of those two. They were both over Saturday, and that was fun. And now I think my oldest, since he's getting a divorce, might move in with. Okay, now get this. It's a little complicated. May sound strange. Oh, cheese toast sounds so good. I just had a cup of noodles, beef cup of noodles, but it's only like little. It's like 208 here. Nathan's thinking of moving in with his friend Johnny, which lives in the same complex with my other son. And Johnny is my son's ex-girlfriend who still lives with us, cousin. It's like, oh my, small world. Well, it'd be nice. I mean, he'll be there if Kira wants to go see Uncle Nene. Yeah. Oh man, I bet. I want to go talk to them, but it's just like, I don't know. But it's like, I don't know if you saw the show this morning about pain meds. I'd like to get off mine. I know I'm fully dependent because it's been like 15 years, but I'm more concerned about the long-term damage to my whole body that it's doing. I mean, Tommy says it doesn't really do much. It's not like the 2,400 milligrams of ibuprofen they had me taking. Yeah, that ate my gut, and now I'm on Ozempic. Not Ozempic. Omeprazole. Yeah, I'm not doing. Obviously, by the looks of my cheeks, I am not on Ozempic. Yeah. I'd like to just eventually get off of it just for my health. I'd like to get skinny enough that I don't carry around the extra weight for my health. Yeah, it and the Tylenol, that's another thing too, is the Tylenol that's in with hydrocodone. That's another thing I'm concerned about. But I can't get couch locked because the more I sit, the more pain I get, and then it becomes just a vicious cycle. Yeah. Oh, my son talked about doing it. I'm like, no, get off your butt and go exercise. You got a dog. She wants to go for a walk, and he's lost about 90 pounds. Then I think it was good for him. He's getting too heavy. I'm like going, dude, get off now while you're young enough. It's like, you're too heavy. It's not good. And he's doing better. I'm trying. His brother is going to put in for a job so the two boys, if he would get it, would work together, which is pretty cool. $30 an hour for the city. I said, entry-level IT. I said, if I wasn't babysitting, I'd go work Monday through Friday, every bank holiday off. You know? But he wonders if my youngest would be able to qualify because he's an aerospace machinist. I mean, he knows his computer work for programming, but I don't know what else the city does. I haven't gotten a gastric bypass. I don't know if I want to. I mean, people have great success with them, but I've been cut into so many times, I don't have much left of vestibular organs that I can get rid of and live without. So, yeah, I've got the midsection. That's the biggest problem. I had 2 C-sections and 2 9.5-pound kids. So, most people, oh, well then, yeah, then definitely do it. Definitely. Man. I got the, what do you call it? The menopausal belly going on. Oh, well, yeah, that was definitely beneficial for you. I've only gotten, I think my heaviest was 230. And that's, yeah, I wasn't allowed to be heavy. I had a mother who I had to have the outward visual of being perfect. And that's why I'm sitting at home, not leaving the house, still full war paint on. Because once I couldn't wear makeup till I was 16. Once I turned 16, I wasn't allowed out of the house until I at least had lipstick on. Yeah. For the pageant, I couldn't eat any candy. I couldn't eat any sweets months beforehand. I weighed 100 pounds at 5'4.5". And I make too much testosterone. Well, not too. This is gonna sound weird. My body produces more testosterone than the typical woman does. So if I go to lift weights, I start bulking up like a guy. So I have to be careful on what exercises I do. I took dance from kindergarten through my senior year. I went and did weightlifting in college, and I had these huge muscular legs, and I'm like going, oh. Then I found out I made too much testosterone, which really sucks too, because the old hair, or the lack of the old hair, I basically have in the back of my head male pattern baldness. So my son looks at me and goes, "Mom, that's just too much testosterone." I said, "Yeah." And I can't shave it, because then I would really, some people can get away with shaving their head and looking great. No, not me. I have back here. Ever since I was a kid, I had a little fatty tumor that solidified. And a few years back, yep. Oh yeah, I got called a little gordita in Spanish. But the little fatty tumor solidified, and then it left when they finally took it out here a few years ago, because I was having headaches and it was starting to hurt. I have a golf ball sized divot in my skull. So yeah, it wouldn't quite look good if I shaved my head. Not to mention, I'd look like the old guys who shave their head and have that little bald patch right in the back of the head. And yeah, that. So wigs. I got a couple off Temu. Not doing that again. I thought, well, they're inexpensive. I'll see how they work and see if I like them. And because I wanted something, I call them hair hats or plop-ons, plop-offs. And one is just, it's gross. It looked a lot cuter. Hold on. It looked a lot cuter on the advertisement thing. Yeah, no. I mean, inexpensive things like this ring light I'm working on is fine. But I have a wig sitting at the post office I got from Amazon. That's just stark white that I can throw on, and if my little baby hairs stick out, no one's going to notice. I mean, I've got a bunch of wigs. I got to find all my clips to hold my hair back. The 8-year-old, she got used to me in wigs. The granddaughter, I put a wig on and she started to cry like, "This is not Nana. This isn't Nana." So, yeah. Where did I put it? Oh, I think I don't. Oh, I like this one. I got this one at Amazon. Ooh, there's still needles in it. But yeah, I like this one. Yeah, the all white is just short and easy with bangs that I can just throw in it if I want to go to the store or somewhere. Because I wear hats pretty much all the time, and I'm getting tired of hats. Got to be careful with the wig because if you get it too tight, I went Christmas dinner with one on, and it was too tight up in here. Your sinuses are up here. You have sinuses, whether it be your sinuses or just the pressure, makes your sinuses hurt. You get me with enough, you get my full makeup on, that hair pulled back, and that band that holds the wig into place. I look like I could be a drag queen without a wig on. So, but yeah, they're not too bad. The old gal I used to work with, the old nurse, she called them plop-ons, plop-offs. Because she didn't have much hair either. I haven't cut my hair in about 10 years. It just decided it's just gonna stop growing. Either if it or if it's breaking off the ends, I don't know. But good Lord. Kind of nice though. It's saving me a good, 50, 60 bucks for a haircut. I don't have to do that every 6 weeks. But yeah. And not to mention natives usually don't cut their hair anyway. It's an extension of us, so we like to leave them long. I used to have hair to my butt when I was younger. I had chestnut brown reddish hair. And every time, because I love dyeing my hair. Every time I dye my hair, it just turned red. After about 2 weeks, it'd be red. And it was just like, and it didn't look that kind of red. I love red hair. I can't pull it off. With this skin tone, I look ill. Just, I look orange. But I learned that with this gray, I could have been blonde in high school. I could have pulled off being a blonde. So yeah. Oh, I started going gray in high school. My birth father went gray in high school. It was so much fun to have someone come up behind you and pluck a gray hair out of your head, and without you even knowing it. They're like, all of a sudden, you're like, ow! Well, they're like, you have a gray hair. I'm like, leave it. It's fine. I grew, my gray started here first, and then everything else was dark. I had a hairdresser lady tell me if I ever came in to dye my hair, she would refuse to do it. I was like, okay. I hadn't any plans on it, but I was like, okay. Yeah. I used to have this nice thick hair that was so. Remember the banana clips, we had that you'd put in your hair? I couldn't. I had so much hair they wouldn't close. And then after I had the boys, I started losing more and more hair. And I didn't realize how bad the back of my hair was until hubby took a picture of me from behind when we were hiking, and I was completely horrified. Are they? They, I could put sunglasses on the top of my head and kind of hide a little bit of the baldness. I didn't know it was that bad behind me. And from then on, I have not exited the house without at least a hat on. So, yeah. The right sunlight, the front of my head looks Edgar Winter White. So, but it's still amazing how quiet they are. So, I mean, is this going kind of smooth for having one dot of internet? I was kind of felt defeated the first time, and then I tried using my phone's Wi-Fi, and that was a joke. Thank you. I love the fact that it's that white instead of that dingy color. I have a wig that's kind of that dingy color. Yeah, I saw. I did see a Yakima woman, native, that had. Well, she had about much as hair as my grandma had when she died. So I'm like, well, it's not just grandma who's Native American and darn near bald. So, But yeah, I might try. I know I'm definitely coming back Thursday. No kids. Because I try to go Tuesdays and Thursdays. But just out of curiosity, I might jump on tomorrow just on my phone just to see how it works. I'll still leave stuff on, different devices on, just to see how, or even just use these lovely 2 dots I have of signal from AT&T. See how that works. Because if in a pinch, I'll still be here for a little bit longer. What time is it? Yeah. Yeah. Hope I'll be here tomorrow too. I'm gonna try going from my phone just to see how it works out. Yeah, you missed the disaster when it first started. Because I've got, what do you call it? I got the daycare kids here today. Oh my God, I'm over here talking to you guys in the comments, and I'm looking at you guys' comments and talking to you over here when I actually should be looking over there. But I got the daycare kids here. I'm trying to figure out that little delicate balance between how much internet works and how much doesn't. Tried it from my phone. That didn't work too well at all. So, yeah. But yeah, so it was just kind of a disaster when this first started. And it took me, about 5 minutes to realize when I turned my phone on just to see, kind of monitor how it looks out to everybody else. The sound, it was looping itself, basically. And it just sounded really, really weird. Yeah, full of hopes here. She just got here. She's over in Ireland. So it's still kind of, what is it, about midnight over there now? Let's see, 2:30, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or close to 10. Yeah, I'll be, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. So let's see. So right now, let me go to my world clock on my phone. So yeah, not how, where, yeah, it's 10:30. So closer to probably 9:15 for you, Hope. Tomorrow, I'll go. Yeah. So because it's 10:26. Yeah, I I have a whole list of places. I've got like Sydney for like Alan and Phi, and then I've got Guam for Captain Tom. I got Halifax time for my Church Without Walls. So yeah, I'll come back tomorrow. I don't have any daycare kids, so that'll be nice. And I'll probably, what I'll do is I'll set up a live now. Well, not now, but when I'm done. And so I'll put it out there for people to know what time it is too. I'm not exactly sure why I have New Delhi or Zurich, but okay. Yeah. So it'll be smoother, it'll be easier, and I'll think of something to talk about tomorrow besides just. Now Kelly knows that I live in a really old house. It's lath and plaster. And I have a tiny kitchen, and I have yeah. I'll figure something to talk about. I don't know. I mean, everybody's really, there's a lot of people out there really good at coming up with topics, what to talk about. I'm not that organized. I'm ADHD. So if I think of something, it's usually gone. Unless I write notes, and I can't think of, maybe seasonal depression tomorrow. It's the only thing I can think of. I mean, which is starting to go away for a lot of people now that the sun's back out. Well, except here. I'm in Washington. That's cool. I can't get my phone out of the way. Yeah, I just visit with people because, you can only talk to the wall so much. and then I'll go into live, but I'll start reading and then not listening, or I'll start reading and dinner has to be after 6, after the live vote, or I don't get anything done because I have to sit and watch for other people's comments and everything. And yeah, there's some days I don't get much done. Oh man, that's another thing I should do. I still gotta put the baby crib away. I gotta when I get the tax return, I'm gonna get her a cot. Yeah, I'm by myself most of the day, except these 2 ankle biters today. But they're usually watching things on YouTube or whatever. But I'm gonna get the cot, and then I gotta sell the pack and play because my son's wife to be, she already had 3 kids. They weren't planned, and she after Kira was born, she got her tubes tied. Can't say that I blame her because she's 36 with a 18-year-old. She was 14 when she had him. She's got a. It just cracked me up because he's like, having 4 kids on accident is one thing. He goes, people having 4 kids on purpose, that's insanity. But the oldest he's native, half native. The oldest daughter is half Mexican. The youngest daughter is half Vietnamese. Kira's Scottish, Norwegian, Spaniard, Native American. Got grandma's skin color with blonde hair and blue eyes. I said, you just adopt a little black child and you're going to have the whole set. You'll have the whole color set right there. He's like, no, we're not doing that. I hear you there. That's why I have really no desire to attend my class reunion. I didn't fit in. I never really did. I have 3 hospitals. I know. It's either a doctor or your grocery store checker who you see the most when you get our age. So I'm still waiting for any kind of response for that ultrasound for the blood flow to my brain. They're probably going to tell me it's non-existent. I saw a new color dot the other day. It was magenta. That's fun. I'm talking to myself in the kitchen. I forgot hubby was home. So I'm talking about this new color going on and on. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh yeah, I have a new color. So now besides royal blue, now I have magenta. He's like, oh my God. So yeah. Oh, I get a kick out of this. This is how nice the kids are. I don't know if anybody's ever seen these things. My son sent home with hubby these. And I said, oh, those smell good. Where'd you know, they're oil based, kind of strong, a little too strong for Sarah. He's like, yeah, he goes, I thought I'd send them to you since we can't return them. I'm like, thanks, kid. Thanks. You could have just said, we thought you'd like them, Mom. Not just, can't return them. So that kid couldn't lie to save his life. Oh yeah. I'd like to have one at least so I could know if that one neurologist was talking about me, got me confused with somebody else. Because supposedly the inside of my skull has wear marks from swelling because I've had way too many head injuries. And then left side of my brain is larger than the right side of my brain. And he asked Keith if I had brain damage because I was off getting an MRI because they thought maybe I had a stroke when my potassium got too low. And he's like, no. And then the next day, Keith was like, do you want me to bring in anything? Because I'm still in the hospital. I said, can you bring me a coloring book and some coloring crayons? And he goes, no. And I'm like, why not? He goes, the neurologist already thinks you've got brain damage. And then to have him come in and see you coloring? I'm like, touche, you win that one. So, yeah. Other than that, I really don't want to know. Yeah. I mean, if I'm lucky, I got 20 years. I don't have, what was it? There's nothing on Ted's side of the family except for a little bit of diabetes when you get older. Oh, I know. I love to color. That and word searches. Molly's side, nothing except a little bit of diabetes. No cancer, no heart disease, no nothing like that. So if I don't kill myself in a car wreck, I might live to be old. I don't know. I drive, it's like my 08 Impala. I have an LTZ. She's starting to oxidize. Her roof's starting to oxidize. She's bright red. And I'm just panicking because, he's like, well, your hood's oxidizing. And I'm like, going, but I like my car. We can fix it. He's like, and yeah, I've watched it just kind of sand down the clear coat. The clear coat's what's starting to come off. And just kind of sand down the clear coat, tape everything else off, kind of give it a nice spray of clear coat. It'd work good enough to protect the paint. And because I told them I really don't want another car just yet. And they sure in the hell don't want anything electric. No, thank you. Gasoline forever. And I also don't want a small engine. My Impala's got a 3.9, which is nice. I go up a grade. There's about a 600-foot difference between the top of the grade and the bottom of the grade. That's about a mile long grade, and I hit that about 60, 65 miles an hour. And car has no problems with it unless I'm loaded up with groceries. And yeah, I like speed in a car, and I like a car that oh, I'm so glad you got that. But yeah, that'd be a bit of a drastic change to get used to. But at least it's some sort of communication. I mean, it's something. I hear from my oldest every maybe a week, and usually it's, "Hey, Mom, can I have $30 so I don't go under between now and payday?" I'm still waiting on getting the $30 back. So, and the kid makes about 80,000 a year, and I'm sending him out of my 200 I make a month. So, but yeah, I told Tubby I don't want a still full. I don't want to bend my head down. No one wants to see the top of that. That's why my videos do not have the top of my head in it. Because if you get the right lighting, it just looks like you could just see through the top of my hair and it looks like I'm bald. But yeah, your name. Yeah, that. Not exactly sure if I know how to pronounce your actual first name properly. I don't think I've ever heard it. But then again, my brain would try to give it a Mexican slant to it. Because that's what I'm used to hearing. But yeah. What is that I noticed? My Social Security. I've put in my whatever 40 quarters. Nice. Yeah. Mhm. And especially when it's bright outside. My unemployment, my retirement, Social Security, if it's still there, will be more than I have ever made in my life. Oh, that's easy. I don't know why I was putting an I in there when my brain would read it into my head. Paola. I don't know why my brain tried to put an I in there. I forget how I used to pronounce I don't even if I. Oh, he's Australian. He's on my Facebook page. Starts with a K. Kieran? I think that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, that is a pretty name. Paola. Am I close? Paola. I'll forget in 5 minutes. Okay, all right. That's maybe why I was sitting there going, trying to put a Latin slant to it. Because it is. It is Latin based. Got a friend who's in Ireland, and his name is Lolo. And that was his grandpa's nickname. And I'm like going, your name's Lolo? I said, I grew up with a Lolo, but he was Mexican. I'd never heard. Paola. That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, I just have a standard name. You know how many Christina Maries are out there? And then if you put in my last name, Christina Marie McDaniels, there's a lot of us. They're just not this light. Yeah. So it's funny. I have like the most, I look at it this way, I have like the most Christian name. So basically you've got Christina, Christ, Marie, Mary, and my birthday. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, husband, I forget what. He's Irish and Welsh. That's his combo. But my birthday, if you write it out, month, day, year, it's 9/6/6/6. So yeah, I went from, if I would have had my birth father's last name, that's Nickleby. And then my maiden name is Bratton, which there's not too many around here. I think there's one other family, like, aside from just direct family in Idaho. Yeah. And then I get McDaniels. It's like, yeah, there wasn't much variation there. I was just destined to have a UK last name. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, 369s. We're one of those people. I forget what my birthday breaks down to. Oh, I think 1. I think it comes to 10, which you just break it down to 1. I think. But yeah. Yeah, I grew up, my adoptive dad was an Irishman, and that was funny. He was playing online Pinochle because the family tree has them listed as being from Londonderry. And the guy playing Pinochle with him says, oh, cool. 11/15/66. Why does it date 11/50? I think it would be cool too, but I have to get my white paper. So November 15th of 66. Hey, 7th, how's it going? I'm going to try this again tomorrow without any daycare kids because my signal sucks. My signal really sucks. So you're my age. You're 57. We're the same age as Johnny. I forget, he's in June, no? Well, they're out there watching Laser Beam. That's cool. I never really I need to go look at your pictures because all I ever see is an eyeball. I think Johnny's was it June 6th of 66? I just know it's 6th of 66. I don't remember the month. Oh, no, there's nothing wrong. I'm going to be 58 here this year. I'm as old as the Super Bowl. I am 2 days older than the Star Trek pilot. So, my birthday say I'm 57. My brain says I'm 12. My body says, oh, Jesus, you're more like 80. So, okay. A second. Then who's this? I don't remember because I thought Tommy said something one time that we're both, me and Johnny had 666. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you raise boys, nothing shocks you anymore. It was like, hey, Mom, come look at this. I've seen more bugs in my life than I ever care to see. The daycare kid says, look up. And I looked up. And there's a little Lucas spider. Not a wolf spider. Little jumping spider. Right above my head. I'm like, okay, keep walking. Keep walking. You're fine. Just don't fall on me, or I will squish you. Oh yeah. I mean, and you get a household where there's one of each. You kind of have to watch what the other one says, especially the older one around the younger one, Not with two boys. They were like, "Hey, Mom, let's go to this movie." Okay, what is it? Well, it's just a bunch of marionettes. They neglected to tell me it was Trey Parker and whatever his name is. It's the two guys from South Park. It was Team America, World Police. And I'm sitting in the theater going, oh my God, we went to see this. Yeah, it was. That's when Heavy was born too. Beginning of us Gen X. Yeah. I'm a Gen X mom who had kids early that raised them like I was raised. Go outside. I'm going to lock the door. You're bothering me. You're making the house a mess. So, okay, I should get off because it's past the hour and the little red box is going to have a fit. And the kids probably want to go back to actually having rule of the internet till they get to go home. And probably will have to eat and go right to bed because tomorrow's school. But yeah, I'll be back on a little bit after 1 tomorrow because my Church Without Walls usually ends about that time. So yeah, we do from 11 o'clock till a little bit after 1. We have Church Without Walls, and then we do our Anglican prayer beads. So yeah. So guys, this was fun. It finally did it seem to be like it was smooth? Because I usually go from one dot to one little wave, and that's all. Oh, me too. I'm glad you're here. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a try tomorrow, and I'll ramble for another hour tomorrow. So, if you guys want to join me and you're looking for something, bored and looking for something to do, I'll probably be in the dining room though. It's cold in here, and I got too much stuff I got to clean up in here, and it's too dark in here. So, oh yeah, okay, yeah, because it disappears and it comes back, and the little thing I keep getting in the corner. But as long as it's smooth, I'll put it up. I'll put it up in the regular places, Mod Chat, regular chat, the Lifeboat page, my page. I'll put the link up. I'm gonna set it up for tomorrow here. Once this is all done, I still got to upload a couple videos to TikTok, and then upload them to here because I cheat and I use the filter, the Light Foundation filter, and I use something similar to that on this thing here. So yeah, so I don't look as old. Okay, guys, this was fun. This actually started out fun. If you go to the beginning, I was pretty depressed. Yeah. So, oh, that was a weird glitch. That was really weird. Okay, guys, I'm glad this went well. All right, love you all. I'll catch you tomorrow, maybe. All right, bye-bye.